G'day everyone, this is Jermyn, aka the Terrible Aussie, and welcome back to episode 8 of Spin the Wheel Q&A. And with me as always is my lovely co-host Marcy.
Hello.
And also we have a very special guest with Sean Clancy. Hello Clancy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So good.
Now you're here
I'm
to...
good.
Yes, we're here to... you're here with us because we're going to be doing another installment of Spin the Wheel in which we let the wheel spin.
Yes.
And then whatever the pointer lands on, we have to come up with an answer to that question. So there's different questions on the wheel at the moment. And I am both excited and terrified of what is going to be chosen for this one.
I am scared, but excited.
Indeed.
So.
Now, Clancy, are you ready for a spin of the wheel?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Let's spin that wheel. Go, Marcy, go. All right. What is it gonna land on today? Favorite Kurt Russell character?
Oh. It's like that. It's like the wheel knew that Clancy was joining us for this episode.
Exactly. How appropriate that it's a Kurt Russell question. Right? I'm so excited. Who wants to go first?
I think ladies first.
Oh, fuck off. All right. My favorite Kurt Russell character. That's so difficult, but I might have, like, a few. But if I had to say, like, my favorite character that he's played, I'm probably gonna have to say Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China, because it's a fun character. He has a lot of fun playing that character, plus he's really sexy as Jack Burton. So,
indeed. And it's funny, though. Like, with Jack Burton, even though, Kurt Russell's, like, on all the promotional materials as the lead, he's kind of, like, more of the sidekick
as well. It's the tank top!
There it is.
It still lives after many years.
Yep. It's still here.
Yeah. I have to say, Jack Burton is one of my all-time favorite Kurt Russell characters, but I will at least give a second option, and it could be slightly controversial, but I don't care. I have my reasons. I also love Stuntman Mike from Death Proof, and I'll tell you why. Because Kurt Russell is fucking amazing as Stuntman Mike, and he's very strangely sexy as Stuntman Mike. And even though he's kind of the bad guy, he gets what's coming to him, and it's great. But he plays it so fucking well. Love it. I would bang...
Like, you can almost, like, use pain.
I would bang
when he gets shot and he's like, ah!
Yes, I would bang Stuntman Mike, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, I would bang him, like, without question. I'm just saying. That's how much I love Stuntman Mike. But maybe not when he's, like, having the shit beat out of him. But he did deserve it, so... Yeah, I would give those two would be maybe my top picks for favourite Kurt Russell characters.
What would be yours, Clancy?
Bede's still thinking, obviously.
Well,
well, technically,
just like Marcy, I also... With that, go ahead.
I was going to say, Marcy stole one of my picks, so I have to think of someone else now.
Yeah. Well, I might steal two of yours. Because I also have two. First and foremost, RJ McCready from The Thing.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Just the beard, and yeah, he was the one that actually had his shit together, and he didn't give a fuck about anybody else. Like, he just wanted, like, just to the Thing. Like, he wanted to kill the Thing. Exactly. And figure out who was the Thing. And he's the only one that actually came up with, like, the blood test and this and that. And,
exactly.
He was the smartest man on that entire, like, he was a helicopter pilot. He was a scientist. Like, and, Granted, he lost at chess and dumped his scotch in a computer because he's such a sore loser.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I just think that character was so great, and just the Kurt Russell hair, the Kurt Russell beard. I mean, it was Kurt Russell.
Yes.
In the fucking Arctic.
Yes.
I mean, it's exactly what you would expect.
Exactly.
But but a close runner-up is Gabriel Cash.
Yes.
From Tango and Cash.
Hell yeah. Yeah, boy.
Just a no bullshit cop with the beautiful Kurt Russell mullet and that giant laser pointed gun that's totally unnecessary, but for Kurt Russell, he fucking needs it.
Yes.
But yeah, those are my top two picks. Is R.J. McCready and Gabriel Cash.
And the double ass shot in Tango and Cash. I'm pretty sure that was a thing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was a double ass. Yeah, and he makes fun of Sylvester Stallone's dick.
Exactly. I like those picks. Bede.
Yeah, those are mine.
Indeed. I sort of wanted to think outside the box in terms of which Russell characters I like.
Yeah.
Because I knew
Don't say Santa Claus.
Because I knew you guys would like. Well, I was going to say one of my favorites is his role from a little movie called Bone Tomahawk, where he plays the role of Sheriff Franklin Hunt.
Oh,
and it's a really great performance. And, it's definitely because, it's before he did, The Hateful Eight. This is like Kurt Russell's first, I guess, Western probably since Tombstone, I believe. I could be wrong, so please forgive me if I am. But yeah, he's really great in this movie. He brings a lot of gravitas to this role, and of course, ultimate badassery as well. And of course, being that it's a Western, he's got to bring back the Mo, and there's a glorious Mo / beard in this movie, and it just looks awesome. And it's a great character for him to play, and he's a lot of great it's an interesting character as well, who's very layered, and he also gets some pretty cool monologues to do as well.
Good thinking outside the box, Reed.
And also, I get to enjoy as much as I love Kurt Russell as the hero, I like it when he's the villain. So for my second pick, I'm picking Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I'm not complaining.
Because
he's good in that. Yeah. Great in that.
What's really good about his villain portrayal in that film is like the way the movie sets it up, you don't think he's going to be the villain. Like you would think like Peter Quill has finally met his father, the one he's been looking for years. And the relationship together is really strong. Like, there's definitely a bond between them, and like Peter Quill feels like I finally found my dad. This is what I've been looking for. But then you realize Ego has other ulterior motives, and the fact that basically, and also Ego also killed Quill's mum as well. Yeah. And by putting, I think it was a tumor in her head as well.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that, yeah. And of course, like he wants Quill to join him in taking over the universe. Yeah. And of course, Quill loves his mum so much that he's like, fuck this. And then, of course, tries to kill Ego. And Ego just is not taking any of this shit at all. But it's a really good curve because, up to this point, Marvel had kind of a bit of a mixed bag with some of their villains, especially sort of one-off villains as well. Like the character, even though the actors in particular would, no matter, they would bring a lot to the part, but yet the villains they played just weren't really that memorable and kind of forgettable. But Ego was definitely one of the earlier ones that I can think of where even though, he only appears once, in the franchise, like Kurt Russell did a lot to that character to make him memorable. And also there's a lot of layers to that character that make him a much more well-rounded villain for him to play. And, he did such a great job of it. And it shows that Kurt Russell can still bring it and bring a lot of charisma to a character like that.
Yes. 100%.
If I can interject, I mean, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I felt like it dragged. I mean, because there was definitely that father-son, dichotomy and whatnot, but I felt like to me, it kind of dragged. Maybe I need to rewatch it again.
Yes.
But I felt like it was just like, okay, let's move on. Let's get some shit. Like, I felt like it was very much like a father-son companion piece.
In a way.
Like, it's definitely...
Which, I mean, it technically was, but,
Well, fathers and their sons were basically the big theme of that film. And I think the movie does a really good job that it kind of explores, that topic, and also, but different, almost father-son-esque relationships as well, because you've got not only Ego and Quill, but also Quill with Michael Rooker's character, Yondu, but also even Rocket and Glove as well. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there.
A lot of family stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of family stuff. It's like as co-star Vin Diesel will say, family. Oh, yeah.
Fuck off! No.
Or as he would say as Groot, I am Groot family.
I'm Groot family.
Exactly.
I do think. Sorry to cut you off, but whatever. We do need to talk about one of the greatest Kurt Russell characters ever. None of us have picked it. Maybe we forgot, because this is like on the spot. Snake, yes, exactly. Snake Plissken, the eye patch wearing sex god. Okay.
And you know that was Kurt Russell's idea?
No.
I have heard about this, that the eye patch was his idea.
And it was.
John Carpenter just wanted like a straight up just kind of anti-hero, and Kurt Russell's like, what if we wore an eye patch? And John Carpenter's like, no. He's like, I'm wearing an eye patch.
It's like, I'm also wearing snake skin and big boots, okay?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's iconic.
Yes.
Like,
and an iconic character was born.
And I'm still waiting for my pops of Snake Plissken, obviously. Because they haven't released.
They'll have to come sooner or later, because every other have to come sooner or later. I mean, like, there've been other Kurt Russell characters who have been made into pops, so Snake Plissken has to come very soon.
Well, they're on my shelf. I've got Wyatt Earp, I've got Jack Burton, I've got Hangman, and Ego. And they're all the Kurt Russell pops so far.
But no Stuntman Mike ones.
No.
I'm upset.
No Stuntman Mike, no Snake, no McCready.
What was his character from Overboard?
Oh, jeez. So they made to make a pop of him too.
No. Or what was the other one? Captain Jack?
Stargate. Yeah, Jack O'Neill from Stargate.
And Stargate, fuck yeah, with that beautiful fucking hair.
I forgot about that.
Also, they need to make a pop of him as Cash as well.
Well, yeah. Preferably the shower scene.
just ass.
Yes.
Just
we need a double pack of Kurt Russell and Stallone from Tango and Cash.
Definitely.
And then I hope it's...
they'd have to, because...
Well, I hope they put in the box that they're like, yeah, you don't know shit.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
but, yeah. I think that wraps up our episode, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Funko, more Kurt Russell pops. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, please.
If anyone from Funko is watching this video right
they
now,
won't be,
get on that.
Yeah. And,
I'll make them.
We'll buy.
Yeah, we'll buy like all of them. But that wraps up this very random installment of Spin the Wheel Q&A, where we talked about Kurt Russell, and I probably said I wanted to bang him way too many times, but that's not the point. It's Kurt Russell. Okay. Just saying.
I'm a straight man and I still want to bang him.
Exactly. And, he's Kurt Russell. He's got tier right now.
Can I put a little bit of gross trivia about Kurt Russell in here? A true story that I heard about Kurt Russell.
Sure.
What's that?
Go for gold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was bartending, so I live in Colorado.
Yes.
And I was bartending at a bar, and one of the customers who was a regular came in, and he was like, "Yeah, we have a place in Glenwood Springs, this and that, where Doc Holliday is buried, the actual Doc Holliday, and but no one knows actually where he's buried. He's actually buried in a potter's field."
Yeah.
But this regular came in, and he was like, "Yeah, I just got back from Glenwood Springs." He goes, "You'll never know, or you'll never guess who I ran into." I'm like, "Glenwood Springs." I'm like, "Oh, probably not Val Kilmer." And I'm like, it's name out of the hat. I'm like, "Kurt Russell?" And he goes, "Holy shit, how'd you know?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know." He goes he owns, I think he owns property in Glenwood Springs. He always goes to the Glenwood Springs Hot Springs. And he goes, "How I knew it was Kurt Russell?" He goes, "I was in the changing room. And he goes, I heard this guy call out, and he goes, I heard the voice, and it sounded really familiar. And his kids are named Wyatt and I don't think the other one's Herb, but it's very Western names. But one of them's named Wyatt. Like his oldest son is named Wyatt."
Yes.
And like he turned around and he goes, "Holy shit, Kurt Russell's like literally changing right to me. Like changing everything. Like undress." And he's like, he leaned over, he goes, "Hey, are you Kurt Russell?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty recognizable, but I don't want to, do anything. He's just trying to spend time with his kids."
Yeah.
Respectable. So of course the question came up. They're like, "You saw Kurt Russell naked, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, like right next to me." So of course, well, how is he?
Well.
And he goes, "Dude, it was down to his fucking knees." He goes, "It was the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life."
Don't tell me that!
Marcey
and he was like, "Dude,
This is like my fantasy right now!
He goes, "There's a reason Goldie Hawn has been with him for so long." But yeah, that's the story that I have about a regular meeting Kurt Russell naked in a
That's like
locker room in Glenwood Springs.
That's like my number one sex fantasy. Like, come on, that's not fair.
That's what he told me.
Fuck.
That's what he told me.
Well,
only you could try.
There you have it. There you have it, viewers. Kurt Russell's dick is fucking massive.
He's on Marcy level epic. Okay.
There's a reason why he called Sylvester Stallone Pee-wee in Tango and Cash.
Spin the wheel Q&A. We're talking about Kurt Russell's dick size.
But hey, I felt it was appropriate to share that bit of knowledge that I somehow have in my brain now.
Exactly.
And so do you, the viewer.
Exactly.
I know what I'll be thinking about for the rest of the day. Anyway.
Yes.
That definitely wraps up our episode, right?
Yes.
What a proper way.
The perfect way to wrap up this episode of Spin the Wheel Q&A.
He can wrap himself all around me, Mr. Kurt Russell, but
Well, we hope all of our viewers enjoyed.
You're watching this? Good job, buddy.
Call me Mr. Kurt Russell.
We hope all of our viewers enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time.
Damn
straight. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye.